Hi, today I'd like to show you how to use OBS software. It's a free open source screen capture and recording software. With it, you're able to capture everything that's on your screen. So whether you're doing a PowerPoint, a Word document, or want to scroll through some web pages, you're able to do this and make a record of this and a video of this to upload to YouTube or ShareStream in Blackboard. So I'm going to show you how to get started with OBS broadcasting software. First off, you want to go ahead and go to Google and just Google that, OBS software. The website is obsproject.com, OBS Open Broadcaster Software. Want to go ahead and click on that and download it. Use whatever version you're using. If you're using Windows, download this version. Mac's over here, Linux for those of you guys. It'll ask you to install it. You'll save the file. And once it's downloaded, you'll find it in your downloads and you want to go ahead and go to install it. I'm going to go ahead and skip that part because I've already installed OBS software. Once you've installed it, we'll go to the next step. You want to install it and it'll ask you some questions about whether or not you want to get started with either streaming or recording videos. You want to choose the recording option. That'll be the first question it's going to ask. Now, since I've already installed it, OBS software looks like this. It has that crazy window in there because I'm showing you the actual software itself. I have two screens on my setup, so I usually keep this window opened on the other screen that I have. If you only have one screen, it's not a problem. You just minimize it and get to work. So you'll notice this, here, let me minimize that crazy window so you actually see some things here. So you see the stop recording button. To start OBS software, I just hit start recording. To stop it, I hit stop recording, and that's how start and stop works. What you're going to have to do on your initial setup is two things. First off, over here under File and Settings, you're going to want to go to this and go to Output and change this setting right here. Recording format defaults to MKV. You want to change that when you first set up to MP4. That way it's compatible with Blackboard and YouTube. If you don't, you might run into some issues. So once again, when you first get OBS software start up, go to File, Settings, Output, and make that change MKV to MP4. You want MP4. So you're going to have to do two other things too. You'll notice I have two things right here, display capture and audio input capture. You're going to have to set that up. You're going to need a microphone if you don't have one. You have a laptop. Sometimes it doesn't work with your default microphone. You may need to purchase one. You may not. I've seen it work and not work in both instances. So what you're going to do first, you won't have either one of these when you set up. I need this set up because I'm doing a live OBS recording right now. What you'll do is you'll go to the plus button. You'll go to audio input capture. Create new, you'll hit OK. You're going to want to change this default to whatever microphone you're using. So change it from default. I'm using this 4 USB PMP audio device, so I selected that for my setup. I'm going to cancel this because I already have mine set up, but you'll need to hit OK at this point. Looks like it's set up. I'm going to go ahead and remove it because I don't need two of these. So I only have the two. The other thing you're going to need to do is a display capture. Display capture, once again, hit the plus button, hit display capture, add new. Your default is usually OK. It'll let you know the resolution right here. You can usually just hit OK at this button, and then you're going to have another display capture. I'm going to go ahead and delete my display capture too because I don't need two. At this point, you should have both a display capture and audio input capture right here. That's really all there is to set up. You change the MKV to MP4 file, you add your display capture and add your audio input capture here. You know your audio input's working. You see this bar right here. This is recording my voice and lets me know that it's working. So whenever you're fully set up, all you do is you go down here to this button, you hit start recording, and if you only have one screen, not a problem, you just minimize it. And from then on, OBS is recording actually everything you're doing. If I wanted to go over, look at email, show students or make a video of my email, I could do that. I could open up a Word document from here if I wanted to. And talk to students about that. I could even open a PowerPoint. So OBS is going to record every single thing on your screen until you tell it to stop recording. Tell it to stop recording, bring it up from where you minimized it, and just go ahead and hit stop recording. So hopefully this will give you an introduction to OBS software. I'm more than willing to help you out if you have more questions. Thanks.